Okay, so it's Sunday, and there's a song I've been wanting to play, which is Sunday Morning by Maroon 5. And when I looked at the chords for it, it's actually the same three chords over and over on the simplified version of the song that I am working from. So I'm going to start playing it, and we're going to see how it goes. It's probably just going to sound like a whole lot of the same beat, without the actual music to it. I might try it again. I was listening to the song, and I believe I have a drum beat, like a drum rhythm on this keyboard that kind of matches that. So I might try it afterwards with the drum rhythm and see how well I do with that, because I'm still working on timing and stuff. Rhythm has always been kind of a struggle for me. I'm good for a couple bars and then I kind of lose it with too many instruments. So as I'm still working on building that up, because I am kind of learning in a way that's not how they would normally teach it, I guess, but this is the way that I need to do it and able to be able to learn what I want to learn. So we're just gonna try. I'm just gonna try and see how it goes, and come along for the ride. So I'm gonna play it in my headphones and then play it on here. Okay, here we go. Yeah. Oh, I don't have the keys for the intro. And I don't ever wanna leave. Mm-mm. 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 Mm. Mm-mm. I love this song. I'm fully aware that sometimes my brain works in ridiculous ways because, for whatever reason, it only ever feels appropriate to practice this song on Sunday mornings. This is one of my favorite songs from one of my absolute favorite albums, Songs About Jane. And I will reiterate that I'm a terrible singer, but I'm less terrible with Adam Levine's vocal range in this era of Maroon 5. So I did that. I did that whole thing. And I realized that I can't even see the keyboard. So we're gonna try this again and sing it a little bit better this time. I mean, the intro would probably just be the same. Yeah, pretty much. Sunday morning, rain is falling. Steal some covers, share some skin. Clouds are shrouding us in moments unforgettable. You twist to fit the mold that I am in. The instrumentals on what I'm reading are not right. I think it's just because it's an easy version. Usually Sundays are for football, but it's the off season, so I'm trying to figure out what to do with my life until September. But now I have a keyboard, and I like to wake up on weekend mornings and just listen to my tunes. Try to find some new ones to play on my keyboard. I grew up Catholic, so Sundays were always some sort of family and food, and also used to consist of church. And for the record, I'm not against church. I just couldn't tell you which one I belong to anymore. And I'm more of a spiritual person, and I find elements from different religions that resonate with me more than the one that I grew up in. Let's try it with less of my singing and see if this thing counts it better. There's got to be more chords than this. And I'm only playing one hand with the chords. I'm not playing the little notes yet. I'm not quite there yet. So that impacts that. I know there's a lot of debate these days about what constitutes cultural appropriation. And I'm not sure if that's the best way to look at it because, like, I do take time to learn. We'll never all get along if we don't see the value in what everybody else brings to the table. And gatekeeping hinders incorporation. And if you ask me, most of us believe in some form of the same concept. So, like, let's just chill. Yeah, I think a lot of these are going to sound better once I get the other octave. Oh, this doesn't have the last chorus either. And like, let people believe in whatever works for them, especially if it helps keep their belief alive. Commitment to contributing to the greater good should outweigh the need to battle over who does it right. Many are right in their own way. To me, belief and faith is whatever it means to you. You can find it however you want to find it. Whatever helps you feel motivated and guided to be the best version of yourself and be able to offer your best to other people. But don't get lost in what your community means to you. The relationship between you and whatever you believe in is a personal relationship that no one else has to understand, especially if it works for you and the results are undeniable to anybody, whether or not they believe in the same things that you believe in. Side note, when I say that, it doesn't mean tolerate abuse to keep the peace. It means reaching a place where you are able to make rational decisions for the benefit of more than just you, like taking your ego out of it. It's a similar concept. Find whatever brings out the best in you to allow you to contribute to the greater good. For me, I've found that incorporating similar or what I would consider improved elements of other cultures has significantly helped me combat things like my mental health, where traditional ways from my culture had previously fallen short. But in researching that, I found a lot of it to be the same. For example, yoga, Reiki, traditional Chinese medicine, acupuncture, massage, chiropractic all have some overlapping concepts, whether it be spiritual or religious or just for overall health. I've started to incorporate more of a concept where the two are connected. Well, technically three, because it's like mind, body, and soul, right? Also, when the Canadian residential school scandal broke a couple years ago, part of my personal act of reconciliation was to read up more on Indigenous culture. Some aspects of it really resonated with me, but it's a matter of being in the right mindset and having the right intentions. I think it would be fairly easy to incorporate certain things without overstepping the acceptable lines of cultural boundaries, but I also understand why Indigenous people would be apprehensive of allowing it. I just think that more incorporation would be more of a non performative act of reconciliation than just like land acknowledgments and stuff. All entirely personal opinions. The most interesting thing about my story is my journey of belief. I used to like reading the Bible and playing church. Then my dad died after I prayed every night asking for him to be okay. And then I watched the regression of Catholicism somewhere between the death of Pope John Paul II and the movie Spotlight. And I just didn't understand how any of this was okay. So for a long time, I kind of lost faith. I believed in something, but there was no direction or aim. Somehow, though, as I've tried to navigate a full blown, prolonged nightmare, my faith was restored. I'm still not sure I know who or what I believe is up there, but it's something. The key is seeking guidance or a path forward. You don't get to choose how it appears, and you still have to do the work to get through it. The more honest work you do on yourself, looking inward, taking positive steps to heal up your own wounds, the more equipped you'll be. Keep doing the work and aspiring to be a better version of you in a way that positively impacts the greater good. Improves your chances of safe passage through difficult times in your journey, or at least safer passage. I like to think of it like that episode of South Park where it's all the leaders of the religions and they're like the super friends and they all fight for the good together. I think that's kind of the approach that we should be taking more of. Also, those two are just geniuses. These days, everyone seems to think you need to have a mob to make a difference, but every individual has an opportunity to make a change in their own way. And again, it's up to you to decide whether or not that's a positive change or a negative change. I believe that's what they call free will. All right, we got a clean run through of Sunday Morning by Maroon 5. Thanks for joining me, and until next time, keep the peace and keep rocking on.